Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. This is Nicholas Sorsa, Director of the Amateur Bowlers Tour here in Denver, and we are picking up a roll-off for 5th seed here at Brunswick Zone Wheat Ridge, Colorado, just west of Denver. We have Russell Strong out of Arvada and Philip David out of Frederick, north of Denver. Both bowlers tied at plus 148 in the semis, so we have to have a one-game roll-off. The loser will finish 6th for $92, and the winner will be our 5th seeded player and get into the stair-step finals. First place this weekend is going to be $1,616. Good mixture. We have 3 classic bowlers, 2 masters in the finals. And once we finish this roll-off, know where our top 5 are, you'll see that finals match on the adjacent pair lanes, 31 and 32. Right now, the early advantage is to Philip David. He's going to be getting up in the 5th frame. He also has an 8-pin advantage over Russell Strong. There'll be no telecast next week, as we'll be celebrating our fall national event at the Bowling Plaza at South Point Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. $30,000 first place out there. In 2 weeks, we'll be at Western Bowl in Arvada, and that'll be our regular time, 5 o'clock.
Good afternoon, everybody. Scott here. I'm going to pipe in real quick. If you have a chance to go out to Vegas and visit South Point, you should. It is gorgeous. I was out there for the spring event and had a great time.
Nice shot. Yeah, the only thing is, again, if you come in the front door, you got about 3/4 of a mile to get to the bowling stadium with your equipment.
Yeah,
I would recommend bringing either hydraulic equipment or handing somebody $20 and have them drag your stuff up to the stadium paddock area.
Well, it was actually kind of nice when I was unloading. When I arrived, Will, one of the national guys, was able to get the key to the back door.
There you go.
To the stables.
That makes it easy.
So I just pulled around to the back and loaded up into the stables, and then there's an elevator that goes in from the stables straight upstairs to the bowling center.
Yep. Yeah, that's the way to go.
But when I was unloading at the end of the week,
really?
Oh, nice.
Oh, we got to look at that again on instant replay. I think there's something illegal going on. That was horrible. Don't say a word. This is supposed to be our national pattern. I have a hard time believing that because this shot is just way too easy. The scores are stupid high this week.
Well,
we might have to toughen it up before we start the event this coming Thursday. We'll see.
Or perhaps Myron did that on purpose. Try to get some excitement going.
And he did that in the summer, and that wasn't a good idea. Good shot. All right. Right back at you, he says. So Russell down 24 pins, but he could cut it to 14 with another one.
He's locked in today.
He was locked in last week till the final match when he couldn't carry on the right lane.
Yep.
But he's Russell in the last couple months has been pretty much money. That's close. Yep, nice ball. All right, cut the lead to 14. Yeah, South Point is beautiful, Scott, no doubt about it. Beautiful bowling stadium. Lots of room. Very comfortable. Of course, the restaurants there are fabulous.
Yes. I love the sushi place.
Yeah. Actually, everything I've eaten at just about every place, with the exception of Michael's, which is that real high-end steak place. Went to I'm trying to think of one steakhouse. It's fabulous, and it's they say it's a star below their top. Silverado Steakhouse. It was fabulous. But they got a prime rib place. They got an Italian place. They got the fish.
Yep.
I mean, and the New York style deli down by the sports book's fantastic.
A steak and shake and a sushi
steak
restaurant.
And shake, yeah. They got just about everything to please any appetite.
I kind of wish Storm wasn't covering it so I could go.
Well, you could still go, but you're on your own.
Oh, I know.
That's all right. You'll get the spring event. That'll be cool.
And that'll be here.
Yeah, it'll be at Arapahoe. Yep. And you might get the February one. You don't know. It depends what Storm schedule's like. All right, big ball. Will it hold? Ooh, it did, but he kind of looked like a fast 8. 2-pin flew over to 4-7. He can still shoot 245 scratch. But Russell can shoot 251. But if that's the case and it stays that way, and Mr. David wins by 2 pins. See, I think if I was Philip's wife, he lost this match, I would have him turn in his motorcycle and give her the cash. Yeah, it makes the spare. So he's 165 in the 7th with a spare in the 8th. Again, he can shoot 245 scratch, 253 with handicap. Or handicap difference, I should say, and that can be enough. Even if Russell punches, so the ball is in Phillips' court, as we say in basketball. Well, let's sit. Oh, came up high and he still carried. Lucky, lucky, lucky. So down 12 pins, can cut it to 2. For those of you going out to Vegas, wherever you reside, whether you're on the East Coast, California, up north of Montana, down south in Dallas, wish you a safe trip getting out there. Tournament starts Thursday, the 8th of October, runs through Sunday the 11th. Okay, Russell with that 5-bagger has cut the lead to 2 pins. Ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, this isn't a figment of your imagination. We're in a 40-lane bowling center. There's only 2 pair lit, and that's both of the ABTs. And why do you say is it so empty? It's because the Broncos are on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody is watching TV. Sit. Oh, great break. Huge break.
We've got a few folks out there that are watching right now, and we thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, both of us.
But I'm also assuming that they've got us on their laptop and the Broncos on TV.
There you go.
So
that would be the intelligent people, but how many of those are there?
This is Colorado. We've got a fair number of intelligent people.
We need to make this spare and punch out and put the pressure on Mr. Strong. Okay, he does that. Good shot. So the best he can do is 232 with an 8-pin advantage, 240. And Mr. Strong can punch out for 251. So if my math is correct, if he throws the first one with good count, should be enough. A lot's going to depend on Mr. David's fill ball or his 10th frame here. Got to punch out to give himself a chance. Oh, he can't get the 4 out. All right. So we can go spare strike for 221, 229 with handicap. Nope. Russell just needs to stay behind the line. Pin count should be enough. Good shot. All right. Nope, that was inside. Yep. Fortunate to get 9, so he goes 220 with handicap. He shoots 246, which in most cases is more than enough to win, but on this week's pattern, unfortunately, it's going to be a little short.
Especially with a determined Russell.
Yeah. Yeah, last week's second place finish was a little bit of a stinger. Because, like I said, he lost the right lane, couldn't move far. Didn't move far enough, left fast enough, and it cost him a title. Well, Mr. Schlehuber was locked. And sit. Doesn't matter at this point. He strikes out. Russell shoots 251 with 18, 269. And he does get that 4-pin to carry. His opponent is going, yeah, just throw it anywhere, it'll carry. And does, yeah.
And Russell's going to take this opportunity to test out a new ball.
Or open his eyes and try one of those.
Yeah.
Again, if you have swing to the right, bump to the left, scores are going to go through the ceiling, and that's pretty much what you're watching. Even that, unbelievable. Say 251, 269 with handicap. So Russell will advance into our match play finals. He will be our 5th-seeded player. When we come back, you're going to see our TV finals right in front of you, lanes 31 and 32, and it'll be Russell Strong against our 4th-seeded player, Johnny Camacho out of Denver. And again, you're watching Colorado Sports TV, and we'll be back in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Sorsa here at the Amateur Bowlers Tour Denver branch. We're at Brunswick Zone Wheat Ridge, Colorado. We did have a roll-off for fifth, which is won by Russell Strong right here in Arvada. So he is our fifth-seeded player moving up the ladder now. He's going to take on fourth seed Johnny Camacho out of Denver. Johnny's going to have an 18-pin handicap advantage. Johnny, one of our classic bowlers, looking for his first title. Give a shout out to his in-laws, Leonardo and Helen Martinez. Leonardo, a longtime ABT member, multiple champion. All right, good start for Johnny. All right, Johnny's bowled well all weekend. Qualified fourth at 158 over. Our third-seeded player, Gabe Lucetta out of Golden, was third at 159. Then you had Ron Oldham from Thornton. Saw him last week. I believe he finished fourth. He's now our second-seeded player at plus 170. And your overall leader, Bryce Tanny out of Broomfield. Bryce is also looking for his first title. He's had a second-place finish in our internet finals some time ago.
Bryce's number is sitting in number 1 seed?
Number 1 seed. Oop. Uh-oh, Russell starts out with a Popovich. Marco, if you're watching, we're making you famous. First frame, not that big a deal. Get as many as you can and move on. Out of our 3 remaining finalists, other than these gentlemen, 2 of them are going to be going to Vegas. Okay, Russell gets to 4. So he's 8 open in the first frame. But he does have, and he is spotting Johnny 18, so he's going to be down minimum 26, possibly 36 or 46, depending on what Johnny can do in his second frame. Looks better. Ooh. And, Sleeper couldn't quite take out the 10.
It was rolling, but just...
It was. I thought it was going to get there. Actually, I've been told that the weather in Vegas is going to change. It's actually going to be very seasonable. Low, mid-80s. Possibility of rain.
So while we're struggling to get to 70, you're going to be in the low 80s.
Yeah, but, last week they were in the hundreds, so...
Yeah, but 100 degrees in Vegas
feels
like about 92 in Denver.
If that, yeah.
And, or another way of translating, 70 in Chicago.
Are you adding the humidity in?
Of course. Of course. Oh, I love my home state of Illinois, but the humidity drove me away.
Yeah.
I couldn't breathe.
All right, second frame for Johnny Camacho, working on a strike. Russell did convert that 10-pin in the second frame. We'll give it a little bit more room, and it held. All right, so we got a double. Now jumps out to a 36-pin advantage. Actually, a 40-pin advantage. Can take it to 50 with another one. Trying to get out early on Russell. Russell very capable of throwing all kinds of strikes at Johnny, and I think he knows that. He wants to get out early, get a big lead, and hang on.
Yeah, that's always a sound strategy.
Yep, absolutely. Anything can happen in a one-game match, so take advantage of that early open by Russell and just keep adding to that lead. No, made the corner, but he couldn't quite get out to 10.
Well, the pin action spared him a 7-10. So.
Yes. So with a spare, he's going to be up 39. only in the third frame. Our next telecast in 2 weeks will just be about 2 miles north of us at Western Bowl in Arvada. Johnny throwing a reverse hook for his 10, makes it very comfortable throwing that. Thinks he has a better chance of making it that way than he does going at it with his, because he doesn't use his thumb. So he's learned how to do that. Gotten quite good at it.
It'll be nice to be back at Western.
Yeah, we haven't been at Western since the spring, so it'd be nice to get back. Oh, that's going to go right through the face again. And, almost got lucky with a mix, but leaves the 6-pin. So right now he's down 40 pins. Okay, no problem there. 5th place today with 5% of the Megapod at $265. 4th place with also 5% of the Megapod, $290. And then we go 554, 858, and your winner today, 1616. That's with a $2,200 Megapod next the next event in 2 weeks at Western. Megapod will be over $3,000. Nice shot. Okay, no problem there.
Did I hear that correctly? 3,000 for
the
first?
Megapod will be 3,000. So you got 40% of that plus 700. So you're looking at around somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,900 for first.
Well, that'll bring folks out.
Yeah, sure. And the fact that we haven't been to Western in probably 5-6 months. Made some changes over there. Looks pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
Added some new seating, put up some railings between the bowlers area and the concourse, giving you a little bit more privacy, a little bit more room for the leg bowler. So looks pretty good. And roll right through the face, kind of like what Russell did in the first frame, but he leaves the 3, 4, 6, 7 makeable split. Again, on this one, conceivably just go for the baby split, the 310. And the pin should take out the 4 with the right angle. And nope, game finished a little bit too strong. But he gets the fence, so he's 9 open in the 4th. 74. He's actually 6-3 in the 4th. Mr. David will go in there and fix that for us. Oh, he really got that one wide. Wow, very fortunate. I don't know if he's got the 1-2-5 or just a 1-2. 1-2-5. So he's going to have to go real high. Again, you optimally like to hit all 3 pins with the ball. And a little bit better, and no problem. All right. Good comeback. Gets a spare in the 5th frame, so he's 74 in the 4th, spare in the 5th. Now, if Russell can throw a couple together here, he can get to within 8 to 10 pins with half the match to go. So far, he went Popovich in the first frame, and I believe it was a 10 pin in the 3rd frame. So he hasn't been able to carry this lane quite yet. Will it hold? Oh, went high again, but very, very fortunate. Actually broke up the big 4, just left himself the 4 pin. And this is kind of what Russell's problem was last week. The right lane, for whatever reason, he didn't feel comfortable moving far enough left, and ball kept going high on him. And okay, no problem with the 4. So he's 67 and a fourth with a spare. So he's down 22 with the handicap difference. Still plenty of time left. Both bowlers have 5 frames remaining. Again, Russell looking for his 3rd title. Johnny looking for number 1. 2 bowlers in the top 5 have not won yet. So it'll be kind of cool. We get a new champion. Ooh, little high, leaves a 4.
Against the Broncos, anything over 4, I'm happy. 12.
Wow.
Well, there would be 13, but I'm here.
Last week, we had just a couple dozen. I think we had like 40 some that watched from footage. But this morning, we were over 900. No watch, just not live.
Okay, 5th frame, Johnny Camacho. 6th frame, Johnny Camacho. Russell did make that 4-pin spare. Nice. Nice shot. So Johnny up 26. With 4 frames to go. Winner of this match will face our 3rd seeded player, Gabe Lucetta of Golden. Went high right through the face. Lucky to get the, just leave the 3-6. But he's on a strike, so won't get the double, but pin count won't suffer if he can make the spare. He'll maintain that 26-pin lead. Again, electing to use backup ball makes a spare. If I did that, I would tear my wrist into 38,000 pieces.
Oh, yeah, me too. But it's incredibly impressive how he does that.
Yeah. You get used to it. It's, whatever your preference is. But I have seen some right-handers that have a lot of difficulty with a 10-pin and have opted to do what Johnny's done and reverse hook the ball into the 10. Makes it much easier for him.
So they
I personally can't do it.
So in some ways, they essentially turn themselves into a lefty.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. All right, high again. 3-6-10. Now down 29 pins.
I was just going to ask, what is the handicap difference between
18.
18?
Will it hold? Yep. No problem. Okay, he's down 29 with 3 to go. Time to string some strikes. He's only had 1 this game, which is kind of unusual since he came out of the gate just crushing racks in the roll-off match. Frame number 8. We got that one in. Good shot. It held. Inside a little bit, but got the ball to go long. Had a good reaction. So 123 in the 7th, strike in the 8th. The best Russell can do right now is 213 and 18, which would give him 231. Johnny, on the other hand, can punch out for 224, giving him 260 with the handicap. So basically, Johnny just needs to close frames here. We'll be okay. Crossed over, but he almost carried it. Has his hand up for our 5-pin.
Yeah, he spun the pin, but it didn't go down.
Yep.
And showing he does have a sense of humor. He's the first one to put his hand in the air.
And, of course, us those in the back are not going to give him any credit for that. We're still going to make him pay should he miss.
Well, the audience is a little thin this week.
Yeah, fortunately for him. Or it could cost him a lot of money.
You could imagine when the Broncos are playing.
Yeah.
Most of the bowlers that are still in the building are over in the bar with the big screen.
Yep. Yeah, I believe they're late into the third quarter right now with a slight lead. All right, Johnny up 28 with 2 frames to go. This would be huge if he get a strike here in the foundation frame, give himself all kind of options going into the 10th. He will finish last. He'll know exactly what the situation is. Russell will finish first. And a great shot. Kicks the 9-pin out on a mixer, so he's got 153 in the 8th with a strike. Russell must strike out to put any kind of pressure on Johnny. Russell strikes out again, 213, 18. He can shoot 231. If Johnny should open, give him 180 and 36 for 216. So there is some wiggle room here. But first things first, got to start throwing some strikes. Not able to do it. Cannot get the ball, cannot get himself far enough left with his feet to get the ball out far enough where he needs to be. Leaves himself to 3, 6, 10. So spare here gives him a possibility of 193 scratch. Makes the spare. But at this point, all Johnny has to do now is stay behind the line.
Gabe is kind of sensing the end. He's starting to move over.
Yeah, when you see the match in the 9th frame, time to bring your stuff over and get ready for match number 3, or 2 in this case, not counting the roll-up. Again, 5th place today, 265 with 5% of the megapod. Oh, can't even get the mixer, leaves a 7. So that's going to be the end of Mr. Strong today. 2nd last week, 5th this week. All right, makes a spare. Our next match is going to be very close. 1-pin difference between the 2 bowlers. And of course, Phil Bowl always carries 182 and 18, 200 even. Russell goes home $265. Good shot. Just put an exclamation point on it. You can actually shoot 213 scratch, 249 with handicap. Okay, second ball on the 10th. Crosses over and carries. Why not? Wow.
how he gets that spin going without a thumb.
Yeah. It's all in the wrist.
Which must be as
Or
strong
hand.
as iron.
Yeah. All right, crosses over again, leaves the 3-9, but he's going to end up shooting 211 scratch, 247 with handicap. And that's enough to advance up to our third-seeded player, Gabe Lucetta out of Golden. So we're going to take a break here for editing purposes. You're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour here at Brunswick Zone Wheat Ridge on Colorado Sports TV, and we'll be back in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at Brunswick Zone Wheat Ridge. Nick Lasorsa with our TV producer Scott Sledgester, Colorado Sports TV. We're watching match number 2 of our top 5 stair-step finals. Johnny Camacho winning our first match over Russell Strong. He's taking our third-seeded bowler, Gabe Lucetta, out of Golden. Gabe has won 3 or 4 titles with me, one in Vegas and a national event.
I imagine Gabe will be out there next week.
Absolutely. Can't wait to go. Actually, he'll probably beat me to it.
I'm asking Ruth, are you going next week? Yes. She's looking at me like, duh.
A, it's bowling. B, it's a tournament. C, it's Las Vegas. Hello, I'm out of here. She's going, we're late already. We should have left already. Yeah, so am I. I am ready to go. All right. 8 count leaves himself to 6-10. Looks pretty good. And does not chop it. Thank you, Drew Hyland. And we have a mark in the first frame.
First 16 this weekend, I didn't chop.
Ruth wants you to hurry up. She's already packed and ready to go.
She's hungry.
But she wants to go to Vegas, though.
The flight's out yet tonight.
Yeah. And when in doubt, you just jump in a car and go. Although I'd rather fly in an hour and 20 minutes than drive.
Just jump in the car and go. Stop at Green River and sleep.
Yeah, sure. All right, good shot by Johnny. Again, 1 pin difference in this match. Johnny with the 1 pin advantage. Boom. Wow, 2 quality shots. Gabe's going to have his hands full.
Yeah, Johnny's going to open up with a double here today.
Didn't he start that way the last time? Yeah, he did. Did
Yeah.
he go double spare? Yeah, that's right, because Russell opened in the first frame, and he jumped out to that 40, 50 pin lead and held on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, frame 2 for Gabe. Not going to quite make it.
That stayed a little
1, 2,
flat.
4,
He didn't
7.
get the spin on that he was
Yeah.
looking for.
1, 2, 4, 7. Have the ball come across and get all the pins. Will it hold? Yes. Good shot. Okay. All right, 16 in the first with a spare. He's going to be down 14 early, but could be a lot worse.
Yeah, with a 1 pin discrepancy on handicap, this is a scratch match.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can eat that up one way or the other with pin count. So it's you go in there with that scratch mentality. That looks a little bit better. Ooh, wow.
Oh.
Now he went from not finishing to finishing too high. Leaves himself to 4-7-10. Not a good way to start out. Especially when your opponent's got a double on you right out of the gate. Okay, looks like he's got 2.
Oh,
good try.
Nice kick, but
Yep.
not quite in the right direction.
Just not quite enough. So he's got 42 open in the third. And Johnny on a double. 4th place today is 290. With 5% of the bonus bucks, or the mega pot. The winner of this match will receive no less than $454. Oh, runaway. And he gets it to kick out. When you're hot, you're hot. Or when you're lucky, you're lucky.
Yeah.
And if you're both, you're going to be dominant.
And then it just might be your day.
Yeah. And he's never had his day yet, so it'd be good to see if he finally gets one. Sit. No, just a little. Leaves a 6. With the spare conversion, he'll have a 37 pin advantage, plus 1 pin, 38 pins. And does his reverse hook thing and makes a spare. 59 in the second, 79 in the third with a spare.
I don't think he's missed a 10 pin yet with that reverse hook.
Oh, he's pretty accurate. Like I said, most of the stuff to the right of a right-hander. If he's comfortable with that shot, he's going to go with it. Oh, Gabe tried the same thing, but leaves baby split. Tried to cross over, but couldn't get it over there quite enough.
Right now, Gabe's wondering, what do I have to do?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, but you really haven't thrown a decent shot yet. That's going to hook. Well, 51 in the fourth. He has got to get lined up here in a hurry. Otherwise, this match is going to be over before he knows it.
Right now,
well, if he had his choice, though, lose here, win in Vegas, or win here, lose in Vegas, I think he'll do this.
I think he'd choose option C, though, win here and win in Vegas.
Well, yeah. 4, 6, 7.
Well, he saw a 4-6-10 or a 4-7-10 earlier and wasn't able to get the kick. So
this is much more difficult, almost impossible.
We've got to thread that 4-pin just right.
Yeah, I would just take the 2 and move on. Instead, he just gets 1. So he's got 59 open in the fifth. Best he can do now is if he throws the next 7, can only shoot, and I mean only, 209. And the way the scores have been this week, 209 is not going to cut it.
No. No, when there was a tie for plus 148,
yeah.
If he's plus 9.
Yeah, not good. And especially when your opponent is zeroed in.
Yeah.
99 in the fourth with a strike. He's going to be up 71 pins here very shortly.
Yeah, I think 1 or 2 more of those and
yeah,
it's
done. It's pretty much bye-bye. Yep, could be one and done for Mr. Lucetta.
Well, he's been here many times before, and he's no stranger to this, unfortunately.
Good way and bad way.
Yeah.
That's going to be close. Wow.
Whoa.
3-bagger spare double. I'd say Mr. Lucetta ran in the proverbial buzzsaw.
Oh. Almost literal the way he's got those pins bouncing around down there.
Yep. It was closer, but still high. Leaves himself to 6. Best he can do now is 199. Scratch. Basically, Johnny's down to maybe making 2 spares on the next 4 frames and locking them out. So let's see if he can get lined up here and give himself a respectable game. A little bit better. Gave it a little bit more room. Nice shot. Okay, here we go. All right. Unfortunately, it took him 7 frames, but...
Well, better late than never.
Vale más tarde que nunca. Gabe, of course, is being the humorist. I've got 2 marks in a row, and I've done that twice. And meanwhile, throw it anywhere close to the head pin, I'll strike Camacho.
Yeah.
3-bagger, spare 3-bagger. Even if he opens out, he can shoot 200. And that's more than enough. That's literally what has to happen at this point.
Well,
he needs 1 mark in the last 3 frames to close him out. Ooh!
Oh.
Wow.
Standing.
Solid 9. Smoke 9.
Ooh, that was a kiss as it goes by, but thankfully it was hard enough it knocks it down.
It was either new pins or new ball, one of the two. Just enough to make it. There you go.
Gabe doubles up in the 8th.
For those of you keeping score at home, that's 3 marks in a row and a double.
Oh, Gabe, 3 marks.
Huh?
Wow.
Huh? He doesn't want to scare his opponent. Gabe will go home in 4th place today, even with this dramatic finish. Oh, mini rally is over. So Gabe's going to go home in 4th place, but he'll take home $290. And that'll keep him on a blackjack table for about 30 minutes. He'll be all right.
Sure. May let him go see the blue group or blue man
Yeah, I think
group.
he's already done that.
Well, you can see the Blue Man Group several times because every
that's
few
true.
months they change their show.
They change a routine, yeah. Well, it depends who's playing at the Coliseum. If can't remember the girl. Who's the one that's there all the time? Can't remember anymore.
Brittany?
No. The one that did the song for the Titanic. Canadian.
Oh no, she's gone and Brittany took her stage.
Oh, okay. All right. Unfortunately, leaves the 4-10. But he's already got the match well in hand, so it's not that big a deal. Because the best Gabe can do right now is 178. And he's giving away a pin, and Johnny's got deuce in the 9th frame no matter what happens here. All right, gets 1. So he's 205 in the 9th. And Johnny's going to finish first here. Wow. That's a Bob Uecker ball. Just a bit outside. Or the old area check, you know. How much room do I have out there? Well, let's see. Let's pick a different ball and just throw it right and see what happens. Comes back, leaves a 5, but he's okay. 214 with 36, 250. And Johnny continues to march up the ladder. As soon as Gabe finishes here, Johnny's going to take on our 2nd seed, Ron Oldham out of Thornton. And again, Ron was on our show last week. That's going to go Brooklyn. No, it doesn't. 4-6. Well, the string of marks is over.
Yeah, Gabe's wanting to get all this
You think?
bad luck out
Why
of the
not?
way now.
Yeah. Well, like I said, if you have your choice, lose here, win in Vegas, or win here, lose in Vegas, I'll take the first one. Absolutely. All right. 154, unfortunately, for Mr. Lucetta. 189 with handicap. So we'll go home in fourth place with $290. And we're going to step aside here for editing purposes. We'll come back for match number 3. You're watching the ABT here on Colorado Sports TV. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Match number 3 of our stair-step finals here at Brunswick Zone Wheat Ridge. Nick Lasorsa with producer Scott Sledgister. Johnny Camacho coming up the ladder. Now he's taking on second seed Ron Oldham out of Thornton. 12-pin difference in handicap to Johnny's favor. Ron won his one and only Masters title at Broadway Lanes. Johnny hasn't won yet. Ron's only had one title, and Bryce, our tournament leader, is yet to win a title. So it's going to finish Mixer, and he carries.
Ron looked a little surprised on that one.
At his age, anything is surprises Ron.
Nah.
Ron works for the United States Postal Service, so you have to be careful what you tell Ron because he could pull out a gun at any time. You never know. But he does have some sleep today, which is scary. You can actually see the whites of his eyes.
Yeah. Some of these long day tournaments,
Oh, yeah.
You want to go out to the car and take a quick nap.
There's some, they have done that. An update here. I think Broncos kicked a field goal, take a 3-point lead with about 2 minutes left, and I think they just recovered the ball, and it's game time. Broncos 4-0. They've played well enough to be 1-3, but they are 4-0. Okay, Johnny makes a spare. 3-6.
Nick with a little football analysis here.
Yeah, just a little. Thank God for defense. That's all I got to say. Wonder what's the Sunday night game?
I have no idea. To be honest, I'm not much of a football fan.
You're one of the few.
I'm one of the few.
Yeah.
I'm by far much more of a baseball guy than football.
Yeah, that's my favorite sport by far. And from what I hear, the American League wild card and title is coming down to the 3 games tonight between the Angels, Rangers, and Astros.
Bengals are 4-0.
Yeah, yeah.
Rangers are 4-0.
And
The Raiders.
my Cubbies are gonna get a 1-game chance.
Yep. But they'll have their ace on the mound. Jake Arrieta going against Pittsburgh's ace, Cole. It'll be a great game.
It was kind of funny because some folks in Pittsburgh were whining about how long it's been for them and how it's
Really?
how they can't, they just can't. How long it's been since they've got, and all the Cub fans were looking at them like, really?
Yeah,
It's
over 100 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, Cubs have a good team. Ooh, that was a good shot. 10-pin.
Falcons are 4-0. How about that? See the Bears finally won a game.
Bears won a game.
Yeah.
With or without Jay Cutler.
Oh no, the warm-up practice throwing machine started for the Bears today.
The Bears have.
Hold. Okay.
Growing up in Illinois, I can say this: the Bears have never had a quarterback.
No, I disagree with you. When I lived in Chicago, we had McMahon.
Yeah, like I said, the Bears have never had a quarterback. McMahon won games, but
Packers are 4-0. Broncos.
Yeah, that'll update in just a second.
Broncos are 3-0.
No. Oh, got that one inside.
Bronco game
Skates
is now
it and
over.
It's
carries.
Cowboys and Saints tonight. That'll be a pretty good game. Cowboys have been playing all right. Saints suck, but
Cowboys without Romo and the Saints. Breeze is going to go, I think. Yeah.
it's on schedule to start tonight.
Cody Vaughn, folks, he's given us our NFL updates.
Well, since he can't bowl, we might as well do NFL updates.
Sure.
Oh, crosses over. 6-9-10. Now again, Mr. Camacho will do his reverse hook at the spare. Waiting in the wings, Bryce Tanny looking to get some Vegas money. Yay.
Are you going out to Vegas, Bryce? Are you going out to Vegas? Yeah. Yes. leaving Tuesday.
All right, makes the 6, 9, 10.
So, yeah, you are wanting to pick up some casino money here today?
That would be nice. I'm sure I can clutch it for Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, Bryce already has 858 in his pocket, so it's a good start. That'll get him there.
Yeah.
If he doesn't stop at Mesquite on the way.
That'll give me a Wednesday.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Bryce said he gets in Tuesday, $800 in his pocket. He'll be good for Wednesday. one day fun. Frame number 4. Oh, leaked that one out.
Vegas would go broke on me. I spent more money at the sushi bar than I did the blackjack table.
But you did come home slightly ahead, though.
No, I dropped $50.
Oh, well. And you were there how many days?
4.
Yeah, okay. So $12.50 a day.
So I guess you could say
Plus
I
or
did
minus.
come out ahead, but you know,
hell yeah!
depending upon how you want to look at it, I still own the pink slip to my car.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Oh, came up high, did not convert to 1, 2, 4, 5. So he's 61 1/4 with an open, and has just swung the door wide open for Ron Oldham. Ron, for years, bowled out of Lucky Lanes in Brighton. Now I believe he does his league bowling at Sonesta in Thornton. Nice shot. Okay, so he's got strike, spare, double. Looking to extend this lead.
Is there a triple supersede?
That's going to be close. Ooh, no. Came up late, but couldn't kick out the 7 or the 10. So realistically, with a 1 pin, he'll have 96 in the 5th. He will still have the lead no matter what Johnny does in the next 2 frames, but it will be somewhat closer.
Well, that's a bit of a momentum stopper right there.
Yeah, especially when you've hit the pocket pretty much every shot. Okay, so he gets his 1.
I was thinking about it.
96 in the 5th, open in the
I
5th.
was thinking about my foot.
Now Ron does have to spot Johnny 12. So with a double, Johnny could still have a slight lead with handicap. Coming off of that 1, 2, 4, 5 chop in the 4th. Again, our loser in this match will finish 3rd for $454. Well, that's going to go real high and hard. 3, 9, 10. Again, now he does have a little bit of an advantage showing that reverse hook at this. Somewhat easier to make than you would traditionally. Too many ways to chop it the other way. And I'm sure that's what he's going to do here. Yep. And nice. Nicely done. Johnny very good at that. So he marks in the 5th. With a strike, he'll have 81. He'll be up 3 pins with a strike. I take that back. He'll be down 3 pins with a strike. So a very close match here, halfway through our semifinal match. Oh, ball starting to really come hard. He'll leave 3, 9, 10 again, or 6, 9, 10 again. Right now he's down 6 pins, and he must convert to spare. No.
You chopped it off.
Yeah, well, never got there. So he's 8 open, giving him 86 in the 6th. Gave the gift right back to Ron. Mm-hmm. They're sharing gifts right now.
It's like a fruitcake.
Oh, no.
You're going to keep giving it back and forth.
I was going to say that because has anybody actually ever eaten a fruitcake, even a piece of it? They don't even look good.
Well, it depends on who makes it. And
Okay, what, you trying to protect your family?
I've been cornered by Grandma before.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually, hers isn't too bad, but
Man, some of that stuff just looks nasty.
oh yeah, you never eat a store-bought fruitcake.
I saw one of that gummy bears on it stuff, and that just didn't look good. Besides, I think once they harden up really good, they're real good weapons.
I don't know, but I think there is a special clause in the Geneva Convention against sending them to prisoners.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, trying to get a double here. And gets it. Tita's the 10 pin for a double. All of a sudden, we've had a swing here, and Mr. Oldham is up 24 pins. Johnny trying to get back in this. Has yet to strike in this match. Nice. Okay, very nice. All right, ain't over yet. He can still shoot 206 scratch. A lot can happen. Gabe's packing up, already going to Vegas.
Gabe brought about 30 bowling balls.
Is that
with
all?
him, so he's
The other 30 must have already been shipped.
yeah, he's gonna have to take a while to pack up.
Nice. All right. Johnny comes right back with a double of his own. Keeps himself in the match.
It was once explained to me that they bring all these balls with them as to under the same type of thinking as a golfer brings all the clubs. And I'm like,
But you
okay,
can only use so many once you start.
yeah, and I can kind of accept that type of thinking, except a golf club doesn't weigh 15 pounds.
Yeah. All right, going for a three-bagger. And nope, can't get the 10 out this time.
Yeah.
Right now, Mr. Oldham's up 27 with the spare. And Johnny can cut the lead to 17. Or actually take the lead if he should strike out, and he misses the 10. Set it a little short, ball walked on him. So now we got 153 in the eighth. Wow. And the momentum once again has swung back. This is like a door in an old saloon at a Western.
Sure. And slightly twisted.
Okay. All right, frame number 9 for Ron. Ooh. Pretty good shot. Still couldn't kick out the 10.
Speaking of twisted, I saw that you banished Stepniak, or no, not Stepniak.
Ross Kelly.
Ross Kelly to the bar.
That's a good place for him. His compadre didn't make the cut this week, so there was no incentive for him to stick around screaming tie.
Oh, well, Scott Myers and Nolan Carruthers are in there as the three amigos watching
Oh, God.
football game. And
Dollars flying around in there.
All right, so Ron makes the 10, so he's got 153 in the eighth, spare in the ninth.
Even some gold spots.
Johnny could punch and shoot 206, which would be enough to lock out Ron Oldham with the handicap difference. So he must strike on this shot. Give himself a little bit of a cushion. This is the lane he's had problems with. Oh, he was lucky. That was a pocket 710, but the 7-pin fell out at the last minute. Best he can do now is 185 scratch. And with count, or if he can punch, he will force Ron to double in the 10th. So he's still very much in this match. Although his body language would say otherwise. All right, and gets it. Okay. Just by the hair of his chinny chin chin. So he's down 18 scratch, which means he's only down 6. So again, if either one of these bowlers can double, Johnny can double, he can force Ron to do the same. That looks pretty good. Ooh, great shot, but leaves a 10. So you're looking at 154. If he goes spare strike, 174. He can shoot 210 with handicap. So if he can go spare strike. All right, good. Makes the 10. Again, remember, he does have a 12-pin advantage in handicap. Which means at this point, Ron just needs a mark and a 10th with count. Oh, carries a fill ball for 174. 210 with handicap. And he has forced Ron to mark. And those inside holds, and he still can't get that 10 out. He must make this spare and count to advance.
That's interesting.
It looks pretty good. All right. Just needs to stay behind the line, basically. Needs 5 pins. And gets 6. Okay, so Ron finishes with 212 to Johnny's 210. Ron Oldham will advance into our championship match up against Bryce Tanny of Broomfield. Johnny's going to finish in 3rd place today. He's going to take home $454. We're going to step aside here for editing purposes. When we come back, we'll bring you our championship match here at Brunswick Zone Wheat Ridge. You're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour here at Brunswick Zone Wheat Ridge, Colorado Sports TV. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at Brunswick Zone Wheat Ridge, our championship match for our combination singles event this weekend. Ron Oldham looking for his second ABT title up against Bryce Tanny of Broomfield looking for his first. Second place today at $858 and first place $1,616. Only a 1 pin difference in handicap, and that's Bryce's advantage, and he's going to start the match. Starts off a little high, leaves a 7. This condition is starting to get dicey, to say the least.
It's breaking down pretty good.
Bryce, a fairly good bowler, but his forte is golf. He's actually a golf pro.
Really?
Yep.
There's a couple golf pros that are pretty decent bowlers. Jeff Carter's another one.
Do we have to mention him?
I like Jeff.
Do you?
I like Jeff.
Did you donate all his clothes?
I wear my sunglasses, but actually, the last tournament that I called that Jeff was in, he wore gray and white. He was very subdued.
Did he come from a funeral?
No, but he did have his neon green shoes on.
Oh, okay. Well, that's as low as Jeff's probably ever going to get, as far as not being. Wow.
Jeff's a great guy.
Look at this.
Oh,
my goodness. Ow. Ron was saying that he couldn't kick out the 10 pin, so he's going to go to his Rico drill ball and see if he can get a different reaction. He did. It wasn't the one he was expecting. Gee, look who snuck back in.
Yeah.
I made that one look interesting, but he's 9 out in the first frame, giving Bryce an early advantage.
We've got Ross Kelly, who's just appeared like a vulture looking for a tie.
Unfortunately, Steven's going to miss this upcoming national tournament. I'm going to miss messing with him, though, but I'm sure he'll be out there in February. Ooh, there he goes. Went back to his other ball. Still can't carry the 10. Eventually, he's going to have to make a decision. Either find something that he can carry with or grind out and hope that Bryce doesn't just smoke by him. But he's not happy with the result he's getting right now. All right, no problem with the 10. As you can tell, he's getting a lot of practice at that pin.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
All right, frame number 2 for Bryce. Bryce looking forward to going to Vegas. His whole family's going out, actually. He's got himself a couple rooms. He's ready to have some fun. That one came up real high. 3-6-10.
Well, I want to take just a quick moment and say happy anniversary to my wife. Today is our 17th wedding anniversary.
Who's she married to?
Yeah, she married down. That's for definite sure. We got going out for a nice dinner later tonight.
Oh, good.
But
good. Very good.
We chained the boys to the basement.
Yeah, I like that even better. All right. All right, Bryce makes his spare. So he is now up 9 pins. $17. I've almost doubled you.
Yeah, it's 17 years. We've been together 20. And it's honestly, it's amazing that she hasn't killed me.
Yeah, okay. I go with that.
Oh, I have it in my will that if she does kill me, I probably earned it. It's as close to a get-out-of-jail card as I can give her.
Wow. Ooh, can he kick the 7 out? No.
And if she gets her cousin to investigate then, it'll definitely be ruled as justifiable.
Justifiable homicide. Well, I'm at 34 and counting. And it's incredible that it's flown by that fast.
Oh, I know.
All right, Bryce makes a 7. So worst case scenario will be up 8 if Ron strikes here.
Ron's taking this opportunity to go switch out his ball.
Well, he's got to try something, and he's smart to do it. It's early in the match. He's only down a mark, if that. But he's got to find something. What got him here is not helping him at this point. Ooh, what a guess! Good ball change. Nice shot. He can actually take the lead by 2 with a double. But in no time will we say the word. Look at this. Oh! Oh! Light mixer, but the 2-pin was spinning, almost stayed up.
Stand up.
Yep. Takes a 2-pin lead. 2-pin lead. He's waiting in the wings like a vulture waiting for the body to die.
I know. We've already had one today. You'd think that'd be enough for him. It's not our fault he sat in the bar and missed it.
Hold. Nice shot.
Good shot, Bryce.
Nice shot.
Bryce thought those strikes looked like fun, so he got one for
Yeah,
himself.
there you go. Yeah, that's a good idea. Hey, take the lead back by 8 with a double. Again, second place today, $858. Our winner today is going to win $1,619.
We can tell the football game's over. Some of the rec bowlers are showing up.
Yep. There is life. Oh, he comes back with a double of his own. Regains the lead by 8. Ron can bring back his lead by 2 with another one. 9 count would be a 1-pin lead. Wow, great ball choice.
Ron's going to turkey up here in the 5th.
2-pin lead, can extend it to 12 with another one, giving him 4 in a row after split spare to start.
It appears we've got a battle of the strikes brewing here.
Yeah, which we haven't really seen since, the first match?
Yeah.
Wow, look at this. Goes open spare 4-bagger. But again, Bryce, if he can do the same thing, we'll get his lead back. Currently down 12. Hold. And does he? Oh. 4-9, 4-pin, almost kicked the 9 out. Wasn't fortunate enough to do that. It had all the possibilities.
Well, that'll give Ron a break.
For now. All right. Makes the spare. He kind of looked at that like, is that going to hold?
The old Patrick Allen.
105 in the 5th with a spare in the 6th. Meanwhile, Mr. Oldham's looking at a 119 in the 5th. Again, in the lead and still on a string, so you can keep adding to that advantage. Bryce needs to get back on a strike train here. And he does. Good shot. That very easily could have been a 5-bagger. Or a 4-bagger, I'm sorry. 125 in the 6th with a strike. He can conceivably shoot 245. Meanwhile, Mr. Oldham can shoot 269 if he goes off the sheet. Frame number 7. And, wow. He kicked out the pin I didn't think would carry, which was the 4, but he left a 10.
He felt a moment of relief there when that 4-pin dropped.
Still anybody's game. It's only 12 pins if he spares. Ross Kelly busy ciphering to my left. It's getting to that time. All right, no problem with the 10.
That was a good ball change.
Yeah. If Cody's the one who made that suggestion, he should get like 10%. I'll get 90% of the 10%, and I'll give him the 10% of the 10%.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
That sounds good.
Good. I like that. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll go with that.
And yet he'll still have to buy dinner.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it'll be a happy meal. I'm hungry. Come on. All right, frame number 8. And Mick said he carries. He's mixed 3 strikes on that lane.
Carried the whole back row.
Pretty much. Well, it can get very close here. Throws this one. We're within 2-3 pins. Ross Kelly's starting to salivate. Stemiak has awoken from his couch. Oh, that came up high. All right, leaves himself to 610. You can still shoot 2 1/4, but Ron's on a pace to shoot 248. With a conversion, will only be down 12. Oh, no! The infamous 610 chop.
Yeah.
I hate that spare. God, I hate that spare. Now he's in trouble. He's got to shoot it just to shoot 213.
There are worse spares.
At this point, Ron just needs to stay clean. So the advantage easily in Ron Oldham's lap at this point. Leaves the 5.
We're in.
Unfortunately, that's pretty much going to end his day here. The best he's going to be able to do now is 203. Ron just needs to mark 2 of the last 3 frames. All right. Makes the 5. Double here just about wraps it up. Ron Oldham in the 9th frame with a strike in the 8th. Looking to put the nail in the coffin with this shot. Money. Absolute money. Here's your winner, ladies and gentlemen. I'm calling it right now. Easy to say. Ron Oldham out of Thornton is going to win his 2nd ABT title and $1,616, defeating Bryce Tanny of Broomfield. Bryce's 2nd place finish good for $858. There we go. Just put an exclamation point on it. Couldn't get the 10 out now, but it doesn't matter. He's going to shoot 236 or 237 scratch. More than enough. All right, makes his 10 pin 237, 261. Nope, Bryce right through the face. Match was over. He's just getting out of the way of TV. All right. Bryce, disappointing finish. Going to shoot 179, 204 with handicap. Our winner, Ron Oldham out of Thornton. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, we'll interview Mr. Oldham. And we're going to do that in just a moment. We're going to step aside for editing purposes. Again, you're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour at Brunswick Zone, Wheat Ridge, Colorado. And we'll be back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Lasorsa with my newest ABT champion here at Brunswick Zone Wheat Ridge, Ron Oldham out of Thornton. Ron, how long you been bowling with me now?
15 years so.
Off and on?
Yeah.
And your first title was 2 years ago at AMF Broadway in Littleton, and now you come up here and great job in the, going up the ladder. I mean, you were second seed going in, had to win 2 matches. Looks like Johnny was running out of gas. He started to lose the right lane. Ball was starting to come up real high on him, and you were able to hang in there. The ball that you used initially, you had a good line to the pocket, but your carry was iffy. And then that carry went away completely. And then in a championship match, after 2 frames, you got with one of our master players, Cody Vaughn, and basically he told you to do what we were talking about on the show, which was you got to do something.
Right.
You can't hope for Bryce to do the same thing,
No.
of course, as good as he bowled all weekend, and you had to make a change, and you did. And you come up with a 4-bagger and put the match away, which was awesome. So second title, $1,616. Sure you don't want to go to Vegas?
I would like to if it's going to be this kind of a shot.
Well, who knows? It could be.
Well, and that's why I say that was 2 weeks in a row now. And I mean,
Yeah.
and I hadn't bowled any of your tournaments, for
a while.
For a while. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, coming down here and placing 4th last week. And I thought, you know what, I'm coming try it out again.
Sure.
And it just seemed to work out. That's
You're throwing the ball really well right now. You really are.
Sleep makes a big difference.
I've heard that. Most of us tournament players do not get any sleep.
I know that.
Most of it's our fault.
No, my job's the fault.
Yeah, I don't know. So how long you been working for them now?
5 years now.
5? Okay. Yeah, I know there's times where you want to bowl real bad, but you're dragging.
Just can't muster up enough energy.
Yeah, I know. That's cool. Where are you bowling league at right now?
I bowl at Sonesta on Tuesdays and Brighton, Lucky Lanes on
Lucky
Thursdays.
Lanes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's
Been there for a long
treacherous
time.
over
Well,
there right now, let me tell you.
Yeah, it's tough, but it's tough but fair.
It's
Yeah,
good.
It is.
Makes you learn how to adapt to things, I'll tell you.
Yeah, and all that stuff makes you a better player overall. It really does. Because there are years ago here we had our Vata lanes. If you remember our Vata
Oh,
lanes,
yeah.
that was the ultimate brickyard. I mean, if guys average 170 there, they put a statue of them out front. I don't think they changed their pins in 10 years. You know, the place was brutal, but like I said, brutal for everybody.
Yep.
And there are some houses that are just tough for certain people to score. You bowl okay, but it's hard to really put a good set together.
It is. You can bowl 1 or 2 good games,
Yes.
but then you have a real terrific bad game. So
Yeah, and you see that happen all the time. And so on these sport patterns, and some of them when they transition, the transition's dramatic.
Right.
And you have to. It teaches you basically to listen to what your brain's telling you. You have to make a move like you did today.
Right.
But you have to be smart enough to say, I have to do it now.
Yeah.
And that was the key. You did it now, didn't wait. If you waited any longer, you were in trouble.
Most likely, yeah. Well, because that was the way that when I was bowling Johnny, when I started out with that fringe ball in the first 3 or 4 frames, I threw strikes, and then all of a sudden it's like it was 10 pin, 10 pin, 10 pin. It's like, this has got to change. So
Yeah. And I noticed you were making subtle moves.
Yeah.
And it just, the
doesn't
ball
work.
set up the same way.
Yep.
That was cool, though.
that's and that's the thing nowadays compared to the older days. It's like you move one board, half boards, whatever.
Right.
They made a difference.
Yes.
Nowadays, you got to make tremendous movements.
And it's funny. We'll tell guys. I chased it, meaning that I knew they were starting to break down, so I moved. The move's not enough.
Yeah.
You move again. The move's not enough. It's like you're constantly trying to get back in line, and you're right. And sometimes you have to make that dramatic move, either with a ball, your eyes, your location on a lane, your feet. Sometimes you got to do it all at once.
Right.
To stay in the match.
Right.
So it was a great match. It actually was, and it's unfortunate for Bryce. He was going
there
for his
too.
first title, but he had a hell of a weekend. He bowled really well.
Right.
I think it's 2 seconds for Bryce, but I think he's waiting for Vegas.
If he bowls like he did today, he will make something
he will.
up there.
I think he's going to do very well. He's a grinder, man. He's tough to beat.
Right.
You have to beat him.
Right.
He won't beat himself.
Yes.
So it was good to see him back. At least get back into the top 5. It's been a while for Bryce as well, and for you, of course.
Yep.
But like I said, the last 2 weeks in a row, you made a top 5. That's great.
Yeah.
It's good for you. You're throwing the ball good. You look healthy. You look,
Rested.
rested. But And you can only take so many personal days.
It'll be okay now because I get Sunday, Mondays off, so I can
that's
always
right.
make this now.
That's right. Okay. So we plan on seeing him almost every week now. You guys might get tired of watching him after a while, but that ain't going to bother him. All right. Like I said, in 2 weeks, we're going to be at Western Bowl. Don't know what pattern yet, but I'm sure we'll think of something creative. 48 of us from Denver are going out to Las Vegas to bowl the ABT Fall National with a $30,000 first place. And the next national event will be the end of February. So if you're out there and you're bowling the club, or if the club's in your area, join, get your games in, and come out to Vegas and bowl for some serious money. And, of course, you might happen to have a good time at the same. Ron always has a good time.
Exactly.
All right, on behalf of my new champion, Ron Oldham, I'm Nick Lasorsa. We'll see you in 2 weeks at Western Bowl. Again, we're here at Brunswick Zone Wheat Ridge. You guys have a great week. We'll see you in 2 weeks.